Holy crap, May is probably the biggest and best month for the Nintendo Switch in 2020. And in today's video, I have 23 awesome games to tell you about coming out in the month of May. So strap in, folks. We're going to move through these games at breakneck speed, so try to keep up. First up on May 1st, digitally only at $4.99 is a game called Gun Crazy. Gun Crazy is a super fast-paced 2D Contra-like run-and-gun game where you take on the role of the toughest lady in the police force. You will run and gun your way through 4 levels full of enemies, bosses, and awesome guns. Gun Crazy features tight controls and a dash mechanic. If you are a fan of Contra, then this is one to look out for. So get ready to scratch that Contra itch when Gun Crazy releases on May 1st. On May 7th, coming digitally only for the price of $29.99 is Void Bastards. Void Bastards is a strategy first-person shooter where you will lead a group of prisoners through derelict spaceships. You will decide where to go, what to do, and who to fight as you plan each mission, utilizing the ship layout and seeing what type of enemies and obstacles you will face. As you explore each ship, you will look for supplies and manipulate the ship in various ways as you use improvised tools and weapons to deal with the enemies and traps. Void Bastards is a full 12 to 15 hour campaign and has many roguelike elements to it, such as when you die, you start as a new prisoner but retain certain progress so it is not from scratch. This game looks awesome and I love the cel-shaded graphics, and I really want to pick this one up, but I just really wish there was a physical version. Prepare to plan and shoot your way through these death trap ships when Void Bastards releases on May 7th. Also on May 7th, releasing digitally only for $12.99 is a game called Relic Hunters Zero Remix. Relic Hunters Zero Remix is a roguelike twin-stick shooter where you will run, gun, and dodge your way to victory against the evil Dukan Empire. Some of the features of Relic Hunters Zero Remix include 7 playable characters, each with their own unique stats and skills, several different game modes including Adventure, Endless, and Storm, a daily mode with random daily challenges, 2-player local co-op, tons of difficult enemies and bosses, and a huge arsenal of different weapons, in-game achievements. So grab a friend and enjoy some roguelike co-op twin-stick shooter action when Relic Hunters Zero Remix releases on May 7th. Again on May 7th, digitally only for $24.99 is a game called Spirit of the North. Spirit of the North is a third-person adventure game where you play as a red fox as you journey to discover the secret behind a female fox spirit who is the guardian of the Northern Lights. There is no narrative or dialogue here. You will navigate beautiful environments inspired by Iceland and solve puzzles during your journey. This game looks like a very chilled and relaxing experience, and I really like the art style quite a bit. This game may not be for everyone, but I have to admit I am pretty intrigued by it. And if you are also intrigued, you can pick up Spirit of the North on May 7th. Yet again, on May 7th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is Jay and Silent Bob Marlboro. Jay and Silent Bob Marlboro is a retro 8-bit beat-em-up clearly inspired by River City Ransom and the NES era. You take on the roles of Jay and Silent Bob as you fight your way out of the mall using a variety of moves and weapons. The game can be played single player or local co-op. I'm a sucker for retro inspired games like this, and Jay and Silent Bob Marlboro looks legit as can be from the NES era. You can get that retro NES era beat 'em up fix when Jay and Silent Bob Marlboro releases on May 7th. The last game on May 7th, releasing digitally only for $9.99 is Infinite Beyond the Mind. Infinite Beyond the Mind is a 2D side-scrolling retro action platformer where you take on the role of one of 2 women on a journey to rescue the other who has been kidnapped by the evil Queen Evangeline. You will fight your way through 16 stages full of enemies, platforming, and difficult boss fights. Infinite Beyond the Mind features incredible pixel art with very detailed backgrounds, and you can play this game both single player and local co-op. You can enjoy this epic 2D action game alone or with a friend when Infinite Beyond the Mind releases on May 7th. On May 8th, releasing digitally only for $19.99 is a game called SuperMash. SuperMash looks freaking awesome and very unique. In SuperMash, you pick 2 genres from platformer, action adventure, shoot 'em up, Metroidvania, stealth, and JRPG, and you mash the 2 genres together, and SuperMash creates and allows you to play a game based around the two genres you picked. Every time you select two genres, it creates a unique game, and you can further customize it with unlockable dev cards and 3 different difficulty selections. If you find a mash you really like, you can share the code with friends and they can play it too. This is essentially a game that creates infinite smaller games based on your choices, and in the future there will be even more content added and DLC. I really like the look of SuperMash. It looks freaking awesome and fun, and the game is a very unique concept, and I cannot wait to see how it works. So prepare to blend some genres and create and play some games when SuperMash releases on May 8th. Also on May 8th, releasing digitally only for $19.99 is a game called Fury Unleashed, and it currently has a demo on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Fury Unleashed is a combo-based roguelike action run-and-gun platformer where each kill increases your combo, and the higher your combo, the more damage resistance and healing you have, leaving it possible to beat the entire game with one huge combo. You will explore the pages of a living, ever-changing comic book, and the art in Fury Unleashed is absolutely fantastic. Some of the other features of Fury Unleashed include multiple difficulties, the ability to turn off blood and gore, local co-op, 40 epic bosses, the ability to choose your hero's skills and appearance, a mix of hand designed and procedurally generated levels, and in each run you will choose the best items for that playthrough, and like any good roguelike, you will gain permanent equipment upgrades to help further runs. Fury Unleashed looks badass and a blast, and I am looking forward to trying it out. Get ready for some roguelike comic book run and gun style action when Fury Unleashed releases on May 8th. Yet again on May 8th, releasing digitally only for $19.99 is a game called Megabyte Punch. Megabyte Punch is a platforming beat 'em up game where you collect parts and build your fighter as you play. The game takes place in a simulated computer universe, and you will fight your way through 6 levels with 3 stages each and a boss fight. While you play through each level, you will further customize your fighter with parts that give you different powers and bonuses. Megabyte Punch can be played co-op with up to 4 players. Some of the other features include 150 parts to collect and use, an awesome electro soundtrack, up to 4-player versus mode that looks and plays like Super Smash Bros., amiibo support, and 2 exclusive bonus stages for the Nintendo Switch. So grab a group of friends and punch your way to victory when Megabyte Punch releases on May 8th. Finally, on May 8th, releasing digitally only for $3.99 is a budget title called Dark Burial. So here's a smaller budget title for those that want to pick up something cheap. Dark Burial is a 2D puzzle platformer where you are armed with a crossbow that you will use for puzzles, combat, and platforming. Some of the features of Dark Burial include shooting platforming action, 18 levels, a dark soundtrack and pixel art graphics, cool boss fights, and of course a crossbow. This looks like a pretty simplistic game, but for $4, I'm sure there's at least some fun to be had here. And you can pick up this cool looking little budget title when Dark Burial releases on May 8th. On May 12th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Limited run games, please pick this one up for a physical release. The HD remaster of the Nintendo 64 Classic is coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is awesome. I really love seeing these HD remasters of old games from the Nintendo 64 and PS1 era hit modern consoles. Some of the features of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer include 25 racers to choose from, several tracks across 8 different worlds, the ability to have pit droids upgrade your pod racer for better speed and acceleration, hidden shortcuts on each track, split screen and system link multiplayer. This is a really fun and pretty fast-paced racing game, and for fans of Star Wars and or racing games, this is a no-brainer. So prepare for some speed in a galaxy far, far away when Star Wars Episode 1 Racer releases on May 12th. On May 19th, releasing both digitally and physically for $39.99 is The Wonderful 101 Remastered. From the legendary developer Platinum Games, in Wonderful 101 you take on the role of a superhero named Wonder Red, who is the leader of the Wonderful 100, who is a large team of heroes that defend Blossom City and the world from invaders. You and your horde of heroes can morph and transform into huge powerful weapons such as a fist, a gun, a sword, and more, as well as tools and objects such as bridges and chains. As you explore each stage, you will save citizens and try to get them to join your hero army. This is sort of an arcade beat 'em up with combos, evasion moves, and defensive moves as you try and rack up the high score. I have Wonderful 101 on the Wii U, but I have never played it. I did back the Kickstarter, and I cannot wait to get my Switch copy so that I can finally play this gem of a game. So form your hero army and prepare for battle when the wonderful 101 Remastered releases on May 19th. Also on May 19th, coming digitally only for $19.99 is a game called Golf with Your Friends. Golf with Your Friends is a fun and insane mini golf game where everyone plays at the same time. Golf with Your Friends features online multiplayer with up to 12 other players. There are 9 different themed golf courses, each with their own unique mechanics and holes. Golf with Your Friends features power-ups to annoy your friends, such as trapping their balls in honey, freezing their balls, or turning their balls into a square. I really should have phrased all that differently. There are 3 different game modes and you can customize your own balls with hats, skins, and trails. Again, I really should have phrased that differently. Now, I'm not typically a fan of golf games, but I do like mini golf, and this game looks like a mashup of mini golf and Mario Kart, and that has me sold. And you can golf with your friends when Golf with Your Friends releases on May 19th. On May 21st, coming digitally only for $26.99 is a game called The Persistence. The Persistence is a first-person roguelike survival horror game where you take on the role of a clone of a security officer as you try to survive aboard a doomed space colony starship caught in the pull of a black hole. Throughout the game, when you die, you will wake up as a new clone and the layout of the ship will be completely different and you will have different items and gear. As you play, you will gather resources, upgrade your abilities, and create an awesome arsenal of weapons. You will be able to enhance, upgrade, and augment your body through your DNA to increase health, toughness, and defensive abilities. As you explore the starship and fight the mutated horde, you will use the environment and stealth to gain the upper hand while searching for resources, weapons, and suit customizations. The Persistence looks like a really unique game and I cannot wait to try it out when it releases on May 21st. On May 22nd, releasing digitally only for $29.99 is a game called Monstrum. Here's another first-person survival horror roguelike game, except this one is not a shooter. In Monstrum, you are stuck on a creepy cargo ship and you are being hunted by one of the creatures in the game as you try and escape. When you die, you start over with a different monster with its own strategies, abilities, and weaknesses, and you have to try to outsmart and evade that new monster. Monstrum also features procedurally generated environments. Monstrum looks like a pretty unique little game, and I like the idea of being pursued by a different monster each time you die so that you never know what to expect. So gather some courage so that you can escape the cargo ship when Monstrum releases on May 22nd. On May 26th, releasing digitally only for $29.99 is Minecraft Dungeons. In Minecraft Dungeons, you and up to 4 players can team up in this action-adventure that is basically Minecraft Diablo. This is an epic quest full of action, treasure, a huge variety of levels, tons of weapons, a huge number of enemies, and of course that classic Minecraft style in the visuals and environments. There are tons of power-ups, items, and enchantments, and plenty of treasure to find as you explore each level. You can also customize your character to match your own playstyle. So grab some friends and get ready for Minecraft Diablo when Minecraft Dungeons releases on May 26th. On May 27th, releasing as a free-to-play game is Ninjala, and there's also a demo available now on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Ninjala is an online action battle game where you play as ninjas that use bubble gum and weapons. The ninja gum allows you to blow bubbles you can toss at the other players, craft weapons, and dash around. You can play in a battle royale type match for up to 8 players or a 4-on-4 team battle. You can also customize your avatar to your liking. This being a free-to-play game worries me a little bit, but I will probably not be playing it because it is just really not my type of game. But it is free and it does have a demo, so I suppose I can at least give it a try. As I will admit, it does look a little fun. So get ready for some ninja bubblegum action when Ninjala releases on May 27th. On May 28th, releasing digitally only for $29.99 is Shantae and the 7 Sirens. I've been a fan of the Shantae series since the first game was released on the Game Boy Color, and I have played and beat every game in the series except this one. So of course I am very excited to know that Shantae and the 7 Sirens is coming to the Nintendo Switch. In Shantae and the 7 Sirens, you will explore a large interconnected world on the land and on the sea while you use your fusion magic to transform into many all-new creatures. You also have the belly dance abilities you can use to activate machines, restore health, and much more. There are plenty of new and returning characters from the series as well. The game features fully animated cutscenes, and you will be collecting monster cards throughout the adventure that you can use to power up. There are mini games, magic, and tons of items and secrets to discover. If you have never played a game in the Shantae series, then I cannot recommend it enough because it is a super fun and high quality series. So get ready for an epic adventure when Shantae and the 7 Sirens releases on May 28th. May 29th is a huge day for the Nintendo Switch in terms of third-party support, and we're going to kick things off with Bioshock the Collection releasing digitally and physically for $49.99. Bioshock the Collection features the remastered version of Bioshock, the remastered version of Bioshock 2, and also Bioshock Infinite all in one package and with all DLC. I have played and beat Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite, but it has been a while and I would love to play them again because they're both brilliant games. I never got the chance to play Bioshock 2, but now seems like a good excuse. So get your wallet ready for this epic collection when Bioshock the Collection releases on May 29th. Next up on May 29th is the XCOM 2 Collection releasing digitally and physically for $49.99. The XCOM 2 Collection features XCOM 2 with all 4 DLC packs as well as the War of the Chosen expansion. Now I've never played an XCOM game, and based on the description and the fact that I love Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which people say plays like XCOM, I have no doubt I will enjoy it and I may end up picking this one up. So get ready for some tactical strategy RPG action when XCOM 2 Collection releases on May 29th. Next up on May 29th, releasing digitally and physically for $49.99 is Borderlands The Legendary Collection. Borderlands Legendary Collection features Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, and all DLC for all 3 games except for the newest Borderlands 2 DLC, Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary. I absolutely love the Borderlands series, and I've been hoping that it would get ported to the Nintendo Switch ever since the Switch was released. I've only ever played Borderlands co-op, and I would honestly love to play it single player in handheld mode. So prepare to shoot and loot to your heart's content when Borderlands Legendary Collection releases on May 29th. Next up on May 29th, releasing digitally and physically for $39.99 is Adam's Venture Origins. Adam's Venture Origins sort of looks like a Tomb Raider or Uncharted type game, but with no combat and more emphasis on exploration and puzzles. Adam Venture is set in the 20s, and you play as the explorer Adam Venture as he goes on an adventure with his companion Evelyn to find the secret of Eden. You will be exploring ancient ruins, traveling to unique locations, recovering mysterious artifacts, exploring tombs and old cities with a grappling hook, and solving many puzzles. So get ready for adventure when Adam's Venture Origins releases on May 29th. Finally, on May 29th, and the last game in today's video is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition releasing digitally and physically for $59.99. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is the HD remake of the Nintendo Wii Classic with some new content added as well. In Xenoblade Chronicles, you take on the role of Shulk and his friends as they take on the mechanical invaders called the Mechon. With the mysterious blade, the Monado, in hand, Shulk sets out to destroy the Mechon for good. But it isn't just the Mechon you have to contend with, there is also dangerous wildlife all over the world you will run into to fight. You can upgrade your party with new equipment, new weapon skills, and gems as you try to fill the party gauge in combat to trigger a chain attack. I have this game on the Wii, but I have yet to play it, so now I have a good reason to give it a go. So get ready for a massive and epic RPG when Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition releases on May 29th. So there you have it, folks. May is the biggest and best year so far for the Nintendo Switch in 2020, with 23 awesome games highlighted in this video. The games I'm most looking forward to are Void Bastards, Minecraft Dungeons, SuperMash, Shantae and the 7 Sirens, Bioshock the Collection, and Borderlands Legendary Collection. But I want you to let me know in the comments down below what games coming out in May for the Switch you're most excited for. Also, let me know if I missed any that I should have included in today's video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, subscribe so that you can join the Retro Wolf family. As always, folks, stay safe out there, keep playing games and having a good time, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.